Hi, my name is Sandra McElwee, and welcome to Stories from the Self-Determined. So first, I'm going to run through a few slides on what the Self-Determination Program is, a quick overview of the Self-Determination Program, and just so you know, I have a much more in-depth presentation that goes into the details here on my YouTube channel titled Empowered by Self-Determination. Self-Determination is a voluntary regional center program that provides participants with an individual budget which they can use to purchase the services and supports they need to implement their person-centered plan and their individual program plan. Each participant in self-determination will have an individual budget to help buy their services and supports. And there are many people who can work with your child or adult to achieve their goals, not just vendored services through the regional center. The determination model gives your child or adult the flexibility, freedom, and options that are individualized for the person. They can buy services not just through the regional center. It's all about choice. Person-centered planning is a way to assist people to help them describe what will bring purpose and meaning to their life. And the individual budget is the amount of money that you will have to spend on the services that you need, and you control the budget. The financial management service provider helps manage your money and pays your employees or services. So the timeline to enter self-determination, California has been slowly transitioning participants into the self-determination program over the last 3 years by selecting people through a lottery. In June 2021, any regional center consumer can receive their regional center services through the self-determination program. Now, these are the steps that you'll have to take. You will need to attend an orientation meeting at your regional center. You'll need to hire an independent facilitator who will perform the person-centered plan, create a report, and support you all the way through to the entrance into the self-determination program. This can happen before attending the orientation meeting as well. The funds to pay for this service are provided by the regional center, and there are no out-of-pocket costs. There will be a IPP meeting, and a new IPP will be completed. The regional center also certifies the budget, and then you select a financial management services provider who will be responsible to pay for your services and any employee that your child or adult hires. And then your child or adult is ready to live the dream. So today I want to introduce you to Sarah and her job coach and her mother. What would it mean for your child or adult if you could decide what to do with the money that the regional center currently spends on his or her services? Well, for the families who were selected in the 3-year phase-in period of the self-determination program, it's been life-changing. I'd like to introduce you to Jan and Sarah, and in a minute, Sarah's job coach, Katrina.
Sarah was 20 years old in a day program that was 4 clients to 1 staff. They spent their days in the community riding the bus. The other 3 people in her group were older adult men in their 30s or 40s. So it wasn't really a fun social activity for her. Most days she didn't really want to go.
I could call bus pass, but I really did like one advice while I get all over town.
Sarah fatigues easily and often has pain in her legs or stomach.
I never got to play basketball. I never could do the race until on. They said the good to happen and never happened.
So we held Sarah's person-centered plan party. She wanted to talk about community and recreational activities, work, and friends and school. Her team dreamed up some great ideas. And just so you know, this was the last in-person, person-centered plan that I did before the quarantine started. Each family group actually social distanced in Sarah's living room as best they could at this, last in-person meeting. So the meeting started with all participants telling Sarah what they liked and admired about her.
And what they liked and really admired about her really boosted Sarah's self-esteem and set a tone for her to be fully engaged. We began by focusing on the positive and her strengths, and it wasn't like an IPP or an IEP where we focused on the deficits or negative behaviors.
I want to go to the fun things with my friends, so my team come up with some ideas for fun things I want to do. The voice is over.
Yeah. Okay. We talked about work, knowing the 4-to-1 day program was not in Sarah's future. We talked about what she wanted to do for work. Okay. We talked about work, knowing the 4-to-1 day program was not in Sarah's future. We talked about what she wanted to do for work.
I have a job at education bulky page for 3 years per day program were even a proper job coach and my extra job out of dog, so everyone talk about places I can work with dogs.
But she had some stamina issues and wouldn't be able to work more than 2 hours at a time. The idea of dog walking came up, but she would only be able to walk a dog twice a day before she would be exhausted. It was great to learn from everybody that there were different places she could volunteer as well. We brainstormed additional ideas. Sarah also loves to bake, and her team came up with the idea that she could start a business baking dog treats.
So Sarah's services under the Regional Center's traditional program consisted of 24 hours a month of respite and her 4-to-1 day program and a conference her mother had attended. We proved Sarah's unmet needs that she is entitled to, and that included changing her day program from the 4 clients to 1 staff ratio program to a more appropriate individualized employment-first community integration training program with 1-to-1 staffing. Plus, since they had an insurance denial for ABA services, that was added. Because she was over 18, she's also entitled to independent living services. And we added personal assistance hours for community integration and received an increase in her respite hours as well. With Sarah's person-centered plan and the increase in her budget by proving her unmet needs, her self-determination program now consists of a personal assistant, 52 hours a month, a job coach, 30 hours a week, ABA services, 8 hours per week, independent living services, 24 hours a month, mileage reimbursement for her staff, a tandem bicycle rack and helmet, and a safety and sexual education course. The business startup costs also paid for logo design, a web designer, and a logo tablecloth and banner.
We hired a job coach 30 hours a week. Sarah likes to sleep late, and Katrina, the job coach, arrives at 10 a.m. and works until about 5.
With my support, Sarah took the online food handlers training and received her certificate. And she has double the amount of hours she works each week. They love having Sarah there and excited when she arrives for her shift. She's doing so much and stays busy the whole time she is there. Sarah is very proud of herself. Sarah lets me know when she doesn't need me, and I'm excited to see her independence growing every day.
Get to look, close eyes. I'm not this job. Papa's for Sarah is the name of my business. The rework getting started. I'm trying new recipes.
I am helping Sarah with this, and when things open back up, we will be selling treats at the local farmers market together.
I really made the first sale as soon my website is up. I will send this.
And I will be driving her to the post office to ship them. Once things are safer, we will have a booth at the local farmers market and events around the area.
The business startup costs include a banner for the future booth, a logoed tablecloth, and website design costs.
My dog, Misty, is very happy to be a taste tester, 7 years old.
Okay. Misty's 7 years old.
Yeah.
She's getting practice being a taste tester. I love it.
Okay. Sarah likes to do fun things in the community, and we really need support to help her do what she wants independent of us. She really doesn't want mom there with her anymore, so we've hired a personal assistant.
Okay, let's see here. My personal assistant takes me to the fun things like medical. And my personal assistant takes me to my cooking class and swimming lessons too.
Okay. We have an agency providing ILS services 24 hours per month that works with Sarah on baking for her dog treat business and has really helped Sarah plan menus, make dinner, grocery shop, and clean the house. They also work on daily living skills that include managing stress, an exercise class, a social club, and game night over Zoom. But the biggest benefit is how she will try new foods that she was never even willing to try before.
I cook dinner for my family every Monday with my staff, and I cook up too.
Sarah now has 8 hours a week for ABA, and we hired a previous direct support ABA staff person to support her and her job coach and personal assistant. Sarah has learned how to walk away when her nieces and nephews annoy her and to put on her noise-canceling headphones when the sound is too much. Her ABA staff is also working with her job coach and personal assistant to teach them redirection techniques and ways to help Sarah when she is overwhelmed. Because of COVID, we are waiting for this service to start. She really needs safety training in the community, and on Zoom, that would not be effective. Our family loves to ride bikes, and Sarah has never been able to go with us before. So now, when the weather is nicer, we will be able to go on family bike rides.
It's me.
This
Hi. I am living a self-esteem life.